Have you ever lived in a dorm?
Yes, I lived in Hess Hall last year.
Yes.
I have.
Right now, yes.
Yes, my freshman year I did. What are your thoughts on your RA?
I really like him. He's a cool guy.
I love her. She's so sweet.
She's pretty cool. She's pretty laid back, but she's nice. She always lets us know that she's there for us if we ever need her.
My RA is so funny. She's so chill, and she checks up on us all the time. And she does a good job. Like, our dorms, like, our community stuff is always clean, but, like, we also have fun on my floor.
What are your favorite events that they've hosted?
They did a Halloween costume contest a few days ago in our dorm basement, so that was fun.
They just did a pumpkin painting on the roof of Hess, which was very, very fun.
Where we went to like the Asian festival, I think in downtown.
I didn't go to too many of the events. I know they did a prom, which sounded cool.
I think it was called Condom and Candy, where she handed out free condoms and candy, which is great. You know, people need to be safe.
Cookies and condoms talk. That was hilarious.
What's your favorite memories from living in a dorm?
Probably just hanging out with my roommate. When we don't see each other for the whole day, we'll come back and just reevaluate everything, tell each other everything that's happened. So that's probably my favorite thing.
Hanging out with my roommate and getting back late, and we would just kind of go into each other's rooms and like talk, watch a movie or something.
Just football games, just seeing the whole crowd. Like, you walk outside your quote-unquote home, which is your dorm, and you just see thousands and thousands of people walking around.
A bunch of people were like barking and like making animal noises running down the hallway.
Just meeting the people on my floor and kind of hanging out with them. Everybody's pretty chill and welcoming, so I guess just playing around with them and talking to them is probably my favorite.
Welcome back to Vol Talk. I'm your host, Drue Hamlet, and today we're talking to Drew Piper, an RA in Magnolia Hall, about the average day in the life of an RA. Drew, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So what are your thoughts on the video, Our Vol on the Street, our students' opinions about RAs and dorms?
I loved it. It's nice knowing that some people still do like us.
Yes, I feel like also dorms get a bad rap sometimes.
They
so.
do.
Yeah.
And the RAs especially.
Yeah.
It's like we don't want to get anyone in trouble.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't. I know from you at least, you're a great RA.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Drew Piper. I am a sophomore here, double majoring in chemistry and neuroscience. I am in student government, where I am our executive secretary, and I'm an RA in Magnolia Hall.
Right, so what does an RA entail?
So basically, an RA is just there to support residents in any way that we can. So for me, since I work in a primarily freshman dorm, it is a lot about helping them transition into college life and navigate their first year. So all the troubles that come with starting college, just kind of helping them dodge that and weave through it.
Right, and what would you say your hardest part of the job is?
Probably setting the boundaries of this is where I end as an RA and this is where I begin as a person, and kind of staying true to those boundaries and saying this is when you can come to me anytime, but this is time that I've set aside for me.
Yeah, for sure, and I feel like it's also hard because some of them are your age, and that might be like a weird boundary of like, are you my equal? Are you my friend? Like.
Oh yeah, totally. It gets a little bit muddled sometimes, especially because there are some that are older than me.
Right.
And that's a little bit weird to think about, so I don't think about it.
And would you say the best part of your job is?
The residents, 100%. Because people think that dealing with freshmen all the time, it would get annoying or it's a hassle, but I genuinely love my residents so much, and I'm so grateful for them, and the whole community aspect of that, and just getting to go to a dorm, and we'll be in the common room, we'll be whatever, and just see them and talk to them, and the community aspect of it.
Right, and do you have any heartwarming stories for us? Anything that stood out to you in your time being an RA?
Oh, I've got a couple. I've had residents that have come knock on my door at midnight, 1 a.m. because they're having a rough time, struggling, and they need a hug, they need someone to talk to. So I sit down and they tell me their problems, and when they say, I've never had anyone listen to me before, and just them being appreciative and just saying thank you for being here. That's what really gets to me.
Right, that's so sweet. And what are some of the weirdest things that you've seen?
Oh. Jousting in the hallway, that was weird. they'd gone opposite ends and were on the rolling furniture and were just going straight for each other.
So what did you do?
I stopped it after it had ended.
Okay.
Because I wanted to see what would happen. No one got hurt. They're all safe.
Okay.
Mostly. But I had to let it play through because I was invested at this point.
Yes, I understand that.
That was definitely one of the
So
risks.
how did you get your job as the RA? What was that job process like for you?
So I lived in Magnolia last year, and the applications opened, and I've always kind of admired the helping aspect of it, and part of it gets to be there for your residents. I was like, I think this would be good for me. I was like, I want to do this. So I applied, and it was like an 8-10 week long interview process. But at the end, they told me that I had gotten my first pig dorm. So I was super excited and made it all worth it.
Very exciting. Is there anything that you would change about your job? Any suggestions?
You know, I don't really have any. I know that there are RAs in other dorms that if you gave them the chance, they would go on a tirade against university housing and they would tell you all their complaints and grievances. But I love my job. I love what I do. I love the people that I work with. It's an amazing job, and I'm super grateful for it.
Right, I'm glad. And then do you have any favorite events that you've planned or anything in the future that you'd like to plug in?
So I did an ice cream social, but after first week of classes, I called it Sunday Scaries, but Sunday is in Ice Cream Sunday.
Yes.
Thank you. Just glad you gave a pun. So that was pretty fun. And then coming up, I'm going to do a chemistry review session before their next chem exam, because I work with the Pre-Med LLC, so about half of them are in chemistry right now. So I'm going to help them with that and do a little review with them.
Right.
So
that's great.
Thank
so then
you.
are you going to be an RA again? So you've been it for a year and then you're going to resign?
100%.
Lovely. And then do you have any advice for anyone who would like to become an RA?
Enjoy it. There will be people that say that it is a pain, that it's not worth it, that working with freshmen all the time is just draining, but don't listen to them. It is rewarding, it's amazing. You have so many amazing experiences and make so many connections. So if you are thinking about doing it, I would highly encourage you to do it.
Great, I love that. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Drue, thank you for coming, and thank you for tuning in to Vol Talk. We'll see you next week. Have a good night.